Hi, everybody. So we're going to do the audience questions today, and I'm going to do part of this here on this platform and part of it on Rumble. Okay. So, because there's some things I want to talk about, and I can't really do that here. So some of the things I want to talk about too are what I'm doing. So that's weird. I just froze on my own internet. Interesting. So give me 1 second. I want to show you. Okay, so as you know, at least this is what I've been saying, and you have to feel into what you think. But coming through for me is that the human being is the one that's ascending. So here we are with our soul, and our soul is ascending the human body, and the human will then become its own soul group. So the human being has mainly been a spaceship, a vessel, a body for people or souls to come in and be in this density. This density is going to disappear. So third density is going to disappear when ascension is finished. And that means that we're going to be our own soul group, humanity. So right now, your old soul is partnered up with your body, and they're a couple, okay? And the main purpose of that soul, the very first purpose, is to take care of your vessel, take care of your body, allow your body to grow, allow the consciousness to grow. So I'm doing that now in a much bigger way. So there are things that I've done that are changing the way I operate, the way I deal with the public, with people. So one of them is I don't do individual sessions anymore. And because as I was doing those, I was working about 80 hours a week. So that's changed. I am creating a page on my website where the people that I trust, they're going to be doing sessions. So it's going to be on this website. Right now, I do healing with honey, where you can basically work on healing yourself with my help. And it's very inexpensive. Or you can come to the live events. So one of them is what I'm doing with Brad. There's another one coming. The one I'm doing with Brad, there is a library of the meetings that we hold. There is healings that happen in those meetings. There's a lot of discussion because you guys get to send in questions. And then also there is a community on Signal. So you guys get to talk to each other. So that's kind of what I'm doing along with the classes, because my humanitarian project is going to be schools. And I'm going to call them learning centers now, not schools, because schools is really not okay, that word. But basically, I have all these classes here from beautiful teachers that are helping, and they're here to help the world too. So the one that I have is soul guidance. So you can do what I'm doing now. You can talk to your higher being. And your being is becoming more and more inside your body. So it's getting easier and easier for that to happen. So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff in here. And I've been getting a lot of emails about asking me to do individual sessions. And I just can't right now. My body is not okay with that because I want to be working less than 40 hours a week. Right now I'm around 40, but do whatever you can to be kind to yourself and work on yourself and work on ways that you can be totally independent of the system. That's what I would say. And it's scary when you do it, but that's just a little bit about me. If you're on Rumble, I do not do any kind of contacting in the comments. So that is scams. So please pay attention to that. but let's get into these questions. So I'm going to answer a few questions on here on YouTube, and then I'm going to go to the next platform, and the link will be below. Okay, so somebody asked, and I'll find out their name, about the difference between a Stargate and an ark. This is what an ark is. An ark is a ship. So an ark, so the arks that they're asking about, hang on one sec. Let me pause this. I want to make more sense of this. So think of Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark contained the male and the female form of all these different plants and animals, and contained the human form. So what is in the ark? There's many of these. They're all over the planet. And most of them are buried. So they're either in the water or they're in the dirt, and they're hidden. And they contain DNA. And these are ET arks. They're not human being in a wooden boat arks. Now, there is a story and there is a boat, but I get that that story has been skewed. So it's actually a different story that goes with that boat, which is no surprise really, that things are, changed. So this is a Stargate. And Stargates were found, I want to say, in the early 1900s. I can't remember what country. It might have been Egypt. But Stargates have been found, and then there's lots of movies about them. And basically, this is a portal. This is a portal to take you somewhere else. And they really do work. So, yeah, that's the difference. And the person that asked me, let me pause, and we'll get into that. Now, that was from Lori, and she sent me a bunch of videos as well, but this is something that is pretty, this is something I've been talking about for a while, so it's fairly easy to come up with the answer. The space arks, they're fabulous. And I think a few of them have been found at this point. They haven't, actually, I'm getting that some of the things have been actually utilized. Some of the DNA has been utilized at this point. So that's interesting. And dragons come to mind. Yeah, I'm going to answer this question from Maria, and then we're going to go to the next platform, okay? This is a really good question. It is what to expect from the crystalline structure or the building of the crystalline structure of your body. So one thing you can expect is some tiredness. And that tiredness will be usually like a lot more sleep than you normally would need. So we're not only building the crystalline body, we're also working in the astral plane really hard right now because the parallels are separating. So it's like we're in this realm we've never been in before. Human beings have never been in this realm before, except in very small pockets. Pockets of humans that haven't lived. They don't live on Earth. They live somewhere else. So some of your ETs are actually in a human body, and the human body that they're in has already become crystalline. So what are you going to expect? As you upgrade, you are going to begin to age in reverse. You will probably, the aches and pains and things like that, they are going to be highlighted. So you're going to want to go and find the emotional reason that you have that ache and pain, and you want to deal with it. Now, this can be either a soul issue or a genetic line issue. Remember, the genetic line is basically contained in the water. So all the issues that have gone on with your genetic line, so your mom or your dad, all the way back, is recorded. It's recorded in the water in your body. So you want to release those. Anything that is holding you back, anything that's making you feel bad, you want to release those. Let them go. And the way to do that is to break the contract. So recently I've broken contracts with kidney issues that came from my grandmother's line. There was a cystic fibrosis. I broke that one. That came from both of my grandparents' line. So that came from my mother's line. Asthma, that came from my father's line. So all of this kind of stuff, it's okay to break those contracts. You're not hurting anyone. You're actually releasing them. And that's one of the things that people have said for years. We're here to basically deal with all of the karma and release it and let it go. And it can take 5 minutes. You may feel an emotional release at that point. You may cry. You may cough. You may have a runny nose. All that stuff. But anyway, that is a beautiful question, and you're going to start to feel better and better, basically. So whatever you can do to support your body, that means maybe not eating sugar, listening to what your body wants to eat, just getting out, getting in the sun, moving a little bit every day. Really important. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to see you guys on the next platform. I hope you have a beautiful day.